Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be painting some loose, whimsical sweet peas. So let's do it. Okay, so to start, I'm going to go through my materials. I'm using Arches watercolor paper. I have my Winsor Newton Professional Watercolors in my palette, my Princeton snap brush in a size 6 round, water, paper towel, and we're ready to go. Okay, so we are going to be painting some sweet peas, and we've done this before, but I just wanted to be a bit more loose with it and just try and make it a relaxing, loose, fun experience. We might do a bit of layering. Not really sure where I'm going to take this. I'm just going to kind of wing it. So we're going to start. So I have my permanent rose and a bit of opera rose mixture, just a pink, and I'm just going to start off by doing kind of like a petal shape here, and I'm going to take some of that paint off and I'm just going to fill it in. Like that. Okay. Then I think I'm going to take a bit more pink and just tap a little bit around some of the edges. Like that. Maybe a fold right there. Okay, and then I'm going to leave that to dry, and we're going to do another layer over top. So let's focus on another sweet pea, and we're going to do the same kind of thing. And you just want it to be as curvy and as, I don't know, I can't explain it. Just go with it, okay? Okay, so we're just going to go up, back, down, fill it in. That. Maybe it will come over here. Like that. I left a little bit of white space in between there. I'm going to grab more color again and just tap around some of the edges like so. And I'm going to wash off my brush fully, and I think I'm just going to move some water and color and just make it a little bit airy by just letting some color bleed. I'm going to take some from here too. Kind of want an abstract, a little bit of an abstract feel to this. So I'm just taking clean water and I'm just slightly touching some of the petals and I'm just moving it along. And I keep washing off my brush. Okay. Like that. Okay, let's do one more down here. So again, a nice light wash of that pink. Like that. Just moving it around, filling it in. Hope the water's run into this one a bit more than I would have liked, so I'm just gonna re-wet this area a bit just so it can blend a little bit more evenly. Like that. And I'm doing these lines up the middle so it looks like it's more of like a crease. Okay. Again, I'm going to wash off my brush completely. And I'm just going to take some of that water and just gently touch a little bit of the sweet pea and just bring it over like that. Okay. And again, I'm going to go back in with my darker color. Just tap a bit more. Like so. I want it a bit darker on this one. Like that. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to completely let that dry. I'm just going to lift up some paint here, I think. There we go. And we'll come right back and do petals layering on top. Okay, so now that it's dry, we can do a bit more. I think I might change up the pink a bit too. I'm gonna grab a bit of magenta, get a little bit of a darker pink going. I'm gonna start off with my light wash, and I'm just gonna go over top of one of these petals because it would be connecting at the center. And it's just gonna layer on top of that one. And again, just very airy and curvy, like that. Grab a bit more color. Like that. And again, just washing off my brush. I'm just going to touch it slightly and just let it bleed out a bit. Tapping in some of that dark color again. Like that. And then I might just take a bit of green while it's still wet, just a little bit. Make sure your brush isn't too loaded, and just tap a little at the bottom so it just bleeds so slightly, like that. And we will do the stem after. I just want to get those second petals down first, but I want a little bit of a bleed into the petal, if that makes sense. Okay, again, grabbing our pink color. We're going to do another petal here. So let's have it curve. Like that. Fill it in. This one's a bit darker. Okay, I'm just gonna tap it around. Again, wash off my brush and just add some clean water and just touch it so slightly. Like that. And then again for this one down here. When I look at these flowers, I almost kind of get the feeling of butterfly wings. Like that. I'm gonna leave a little bit of white space. Grab some more pink. I might actually grab a little bit of yellow too. Just have it bleed in there a bit. Just a tad bit. Just gonna move this around a bit. Add a bit more. We're just kind of winging it and letting it go. All right. And I think we're gonna let that dry. Oops. We're gonna let that dry and then we will come right back as well. Okay, I think I'm gonna do one more little bud kind of thing. Maybe like right here. It's just gonna overlap this one. Like that. I can overlap that one a bit. Bit more color. And you kind of want that layered look, if you can. Like that. Okay, and now I am going to add a little bit of clean water, touching parts of where the stem is going to go. So you want to visualize where your stem is. So here's the top flower. So the stem's going to run down the center here. and it's gonna branch off into these ones. So this one right here, and this one right here, and this one right here. So I'm actually just gonna put a little bit of clean water because I'm gonna want some of that stem to bleed just a little bit, just parts of it too. Okay, so let's see if that works. I put a little bit of clean water in the pathway. I'm gonna grab a little bit of green, and I'm gonna follow this and bring it down. I think I'm gonna bring it behind this one. And see, it's touching some water there, so it's bleeding a little bit. Like that. So you have some sharp parts, some bleeding, blendy parts. Bleeding, blendy parts. Yeah, like that, okay? We'll have this one touch there, and that's still a bit wet, so that will touch. This one will come down here. Like that. Okay, and then we can have some of those swirly bits too. I'm gonna make it this a little bit darker though. And it's just fun to see the different bits of like some parts being kind of blurry and blending and some parts being a little bit sharper. It just kind of adds a little bit to it. Actually, I'm gonna add some more water over here too, so for some curly bits. And we'll just see where those curly stems kind of hit. Okay, again, grab your green. I'm gonna have some just very, very gentle and not a lot. You don't want to overwhelm it. Just a little bit. Just gives a bit more fun movement to the sweet peas. And there you go. Something soft and light and airy and very simple to do. Thank you all so much for watching my video. I really hope you liked it and I hope you learned something. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and follow me on Instagram and Facebook for even more. Have a great day, guys. Bye.